Okay, y'all, but okay, this is the best one this month. It's the best one. Don't step on the Momewraths. Momewraths are the single most underrated character in Alice in Wonderland. If it hadn't been for them, she never would have found her way back to the past. She would have just sat there and cried. They are absolutely invaluable. I am so thrilled to be making this soap, but I will let you know, when I was actually making it, it was very late at night and the piping took a really long time to set up. I'm not kidding. I was filming this at like 1 a.m. in the morning, so there's not a lot of commentary. I was just like, oh boy, let's see if I can go in a straight line. However, I hope you guys still enjoy the art that has been created here. If you are following me on Instagram, I have two, one for royalty soaps, one for personal stuff, and without further ado, let's make some soap. To begin this soap, I have my bucket of oils here. The recipe I'm using is written in percentage form down in the description box below, and I have my lye water solution. I'm working at about 70 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit probably, so everything is at room temperature. It is not hot at all. And I'm gonna blend this up on low until just past emulsion. Emulsion being reached, I'm gonna pull over some plastic cups. I have 5 of them here because there are going to be 5 accent colors in this soap. Now, Momewraths are very vibrant little fellows, so these colors here are gonna be pretty neon. The first color going in is Blue Tide from Mad Mica's. The second color is Reborn Strong Pink from TKB Trading. The next color is Neon Green from TKB Trading. Next color is Reborn Purple from TKB Trading. And this next one is gonna be a mix of red neon and orange neon. And finally, to the big container, I'm gonna be adding some titanium dioxide mixed with water. And we will blend with our stick blender on low until all the colors are incorporated. For these colors, they are so vibrant. So the fragrance oil we are using today is Hot Pink Lime from Nature's Garden. I have used this before. It smells amazing. Smells like a really good limeade. So for the design on this, we're gonna do an in the pot swirl, and of course you guys know I do not actually take a spatula and swirl the inside. I let it swirl itself as I pour it. So I'll start with the teal, and I'm gonna run it down the side of the container, just a teeny tiny bit, not a whole bunch. Then I'm gonna move to the purple right here, a little down that side there. Then I'm gonna put pink over here on this side. I'm gonna put green right here next to the purple and orange over here next to the pink. And that's it. I'm not gonna swirl anything at all. We're gonna go straight now to pouring into our molds. So for pouring, I'm gonna try to pour with the orange first because that's the color I do not want to mix much with anything else. And I'm pouring just a little bit, and then I'm gonna come to the side and pour on this side because I wanna make sure that both soaps have orange in it. Now the purple and the pink are coming through, and again I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pull it off to the next side so that there is purple and pink on this side as well. And now the blue and the purple are coming through. So I'll change again to this side, make sure that there's blue and purple coming down on this side as well. Again on this side, just filling up the containers. I am getting some Rainbow Road vibes. It's very important when you're working with, you know, about 5 different colors that you keep them distinct, otherwise they kind of mix together and get muddied and look kind of bad. Which is why swirling your in the pot is not a great idea. I'm gonna scrapey my big container, and then very carefully I'm gonna pour into this mold that needs a little bit more in there. Once again, trying not to muddy the colors too much as I scrape it out. I'm gonna slightly shake these molds just to make sure that everything is flat on top. And then we are gonna mix up the piping. I have mixed up 3 different colors. Now, as we continue to make more Momewrath soap, we will use all 5 colors that are on the inside of the soap. But for today, I just picked the 3 that I liked best. I have this large piping tip from Mica. I'll leave you guys a link down below. And we are gonna make this one large piping, kind of tall. You can see this is much bigger than I normally do because this whole soap is only going to have 1 layer of piping, so they're gonna be pretty big. Come over here to the next one. I'm just going in this order because it's gonna look pretty when it's cut, not because it's necessary. And as you can probably see, I'm holding the piping tip up much higher than I normally do, and that's what's making these really tall piping bits. Momewraths are really fluffy guys. They're like tall little fluffy people, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I'm gonna come over to this side and do the exact same sequence, and then we will move on to the next color. To save myself piping bags and tips and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and take this piping coupler, this piping tip, and I'm gonna wipe them down with paper towels so we can reuse them for the next 2 colors. Before I go on to piping the next Momewrath set, I'm going to add their little eyeballs. Yes, these are teeny tiny little Momewrath eyes, and each one has been painted with black oxide mixed with vodka. We took a teardrop column mold. I got it from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It has been cut into small bits, and then every single one has been painted. So I'm just gonna start placing those in on each one of these little dollops. I do not want every single one of the Momewraths to have their eyes open. I just want a few of them to. For some bars, only the middle Momewrath will have open eyes, and then for some bars, the 2 on the edges will have open eyes. And each Momewrath will be very, very different because no piping dollop is the same, and all the eyes look slightly different as well, which I think really adds like a fun, handmade, creative element to the whole thing. I must say, this is quite tedious work. You have to be very careful. Okay, so this time round, we're going for green, and obviously they're going to be a little bit smaller than the blue. The blues are gonna be the biggest Momewraths, but they're still gonna be pretty hefty. And you guys, it is 1:30 in the morning because that is how long it took my piping to set up. It took almost 2 hours. This happens sometimes. Every single soap batch, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Every single soap batch is different. And sometimes due to temperature or what colorant you're using or something, that all has an effect on your soap. So I'm just gonna put these guys in real quick. I have the last bit of pink here. I already piped 1 layer, so I'm gonna go in and pipe the very last one on this soap over here. I'm using less of the pink because so much of the green and blue already took up the space. And now that all the piping is in, I will finish up adding in all the rest of the eyeballs. After adding the final eyeballs, I went ahead and added some biodegradable holographic glitter on top. Give me a break, you guys. Look at the Momewraths. Don't step on the Momewraths. So we are gonna wait 18 to 24 hours, and I'm gonna be sleeping half of that time. And then we will come back and cut up this soap into bars after this quick commercial break. We are back the next day to cut the Momewrath soap. Look at it. Oh, it's just as cute today as it was yesterday. So it's still in the silicone liner. I'm just gonna peel this off the side. I know some of you guys like to see that. Then you can see all those pretty colors. Turn it around and peel it off this side. Ooh, there's a lot of orange on the side of this one. So I'm gonna line this up so that nobody gets their eyeballs chopped off. And then pressing down gently with my multi-bar cutter, we're just gonna cut them. I'll pull out a middle piece for you, and this is what it looks like on the inside. They look like little Muppets. Oh, I love it. And look, all of those colors, even though there's a lot of different ones in there and it's very, very swirly, it's still very distinct. Every single bar is gonna be so different and so unique. Okay, so the question of the day is, do you like it when I do a themed month? As an example, this month's theme was Alice in Wonderland. And of course, I had some varying soaps that didn't have much to do with it, but maybe having 3 or 4 that all sort of fit into a certain category. Do you guys like that? Is that fun for you? I do desperately want to know because I will try to tailor things in the future to your preferences. So be sure to vote on the question of the day by clicking the eye in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Now come on and tell me that those eyeballs aren't just like the cutest thing ever. I feel so bad for the person who had to paint all of those with the black oxide and the rubbing alcohol because it must have taken ages. That was something Simeon was in charge of orchestrating, so I'm not entirely sure how long it took, but it was worth it. I told him, I was like, this is perfect. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Turn on the notification bell if you like doing that thing. If you find it annoying, then don't do it. It won't hurt my feelings. And be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is going out on a walk in the woods and trying not to get lost, or just watching someone else do it in Alice in Wonderland, the movie, if you like that. Sorry for those of y'all who don't like Alice in Wonderland. This month is almost over. Either way, do something that makes you really, really happy today. I mean it. Like, when you're done with this video, go think of something you can do for yourself and do it. And I will see you guys next time.